Hello again. In Unit 6, we looked at how to turn down invitations or refuse, as well as how to end a conversation politely. A very useful skill in our mother tongue as well. Let's turn to the first interaction.
I made dinner plans with my parents for next week. I'd like you to join. Is Friday at 8 good for you?
It's so nice of you to include me in your plans, but I'm otherwise engaged.
First, you thank someone for the invitation, and then the but. And in this case, this phrase, but I'm otherwise engaged. A very nice way to say you have plans or you're busy. Another word used to preview a refusal is actually.
Actually, I have other commitments. I mean, it's very last minute. Are you saying no to a long-lasting meeting with my parents? I hope you have a very good excuse.
I'd love to come. It's not convenient for me next week. You go alone, I'll join you next time.
Again, his response is, I'd love to come, and then the but. And the expression, it's not convenient. The time doesn't suit me. And then a suggestion, you go alone, and I'll join you next time. Other ways of refusing in this unit include,
Sorry, but I have to decline. Perhaps you can invite somebody else?
It's so generous of you to offer me a ticket, but I regretfully have to decline the invitation.
and other examples of first thanking and then declining are,
Nice of you to think of me, but that's really not my cup of tea.
not my cup of tea is a very British idiom, meaning it's not something I enjoy doing.
You know I would do anything to come, but that Sunday is my sister's wedding. I'm best man.
And here the grammar shows us that he would come if he could. And here is another enchanting example.
That sounds enchanting. I've never been to the Alps, but I have to decline your generous offer.
If you want to use an alternative instead of saying, can I? Why not try this great phrase?
Is there any possibility I could attend one of the rehearsals? I really want to be there for you.
Now, say you're on a conference call and you need to excuse yourself quickly.
Oh my gosh, something urgent has just come up and I need to take care of it immediately.
Oh, note the use of the word urgent and just cropped up and immediately all in one sentence. This is followed by a question, which is more of a suggestion to have a break and then continue.
Can we take a break and meet, say, in an hour or so?
And once the other person agrees, then we can finish the conversation. This is a very elegant way to conclude.
Exactly. I really appreciate your understanding. And we'll continue this later.
Now, let's look at the tactics used to try to get rid of a gossip at a party. I'm sure you remember the situation. Two ladies start to chat at a wedding reception.
Hi, I'm Beth. I'm a colleague of Sally, the bride. Which side are you on, the brides or the grooms?
I'm an old friend of Sally's from junior high. We were very close, but we lost touch.
Well, I'll fill you in. Did you hear about her previous relationship? Now that was something.
This puts our friend in a difficult situation, and she has no intention of listening to gossip about her friend. So she comes up with excuses to leave.
I'm sorry, you must excuse me. I've lost track of time. My partner is waiting for me in the foyer.
Notice the fixed form of you must excuse me, then the reason why. Here is another example.
I'm sorry, you must excuse me. I'm starving. I'm going to get something to eat. Nice to meet you.
This is followed by another excuse for leaving. And again, I really need to go.
Oh no, my phone isn't charged. I really need to go. So sorry.
This exists in many cultures. When you can't just say you need to go and leave, you need to do it in stages. The other person needs to respond to your need to leave, and then you need to add something like nice to see you or another apology, otherwise you appear rude or abrupt. Let's just check this rule again.
My head is spinning. I think I'm going to faint. I have to go now.
The other person responds.
No problem. I will find you later and I can catch you up on all the gossip.
And then our friend confirms by apologizing again and finishes the conversation in a pleasant manner.
I apologize. I am really not feeling well. It was a pleasure to meet you. Take care.
How do you deal with a pushy salesperson?
I hear that you are considering a large investment with us. How can I be of service to you?
Thank you for taking the time to meet me. This is my first venture into the world of finance.
My pleasure. I'll help to build a diversified portfolio. We will avoid hedge funds.
Be firm and polite.
Hold on, I'm just a rookie. I'd like information about the risks involved in each investment.
And then, after the salesperson inundated us with all the stock options in an attempt to intimidate the potential investor, our investor does not give in and asks more questions.
I think I'm getting in over my head. Could you explain this to a layman like me?
Great expression to get in over your head, meaning to be in a situation when you don't have the necessary skills and knowledge. And again, look at the form of the question. Not please explain, but could you?
Certainly I can, but there is no need. You're in good hands. I'll deal with everything.
Our investor is again not intimidated, and she finds a firm but polite way to end the discussion.
I don't make snap decisions. I need to give this some more thought. I'll be in touch.
Snap decisions are decisions made on the spot. So we have the explanation why. I need to give this more thought. And the polite ending, I'll be in touch. We have one more situation to analyze, and that is the teacher-parent situation. The parent has arrived late, and the teacher needs to set up another meeting with a somewhat difficult parent. We start with a friendly greeting.
Hi, Mrs. Thompson. It's nice to finally put a face to the voice on the phone.
Then the parent starts her complaint.
Jason is a smart boy, but we feel he isn't sufficiently challenged and he's bored in class.
Note the adverb sufficiently somewhat softens the complaint. But did you notice how diplomatic the teacher is?
You have an interesting perspective on the situation. That is not quite how I see him in class.
First, she relates to the parent's point of view and then adds her own.
Oh really? Could you shed some light on the situation? He is such an inquisitive, studious child.
Now, shedding some light, going into details, is not possible in a few minutes, so this is the teacher's response.
Unfortunately, this issue requires more than the remaining 5 minutes allocated to us.
The parent apologizes for being late, and to reach a closure, the teacher makes another appointment and apologizes with a but, explaining why.
Let's schedule the same time next week. I'm sorry, but I have other parents waiting for me outside.
But of course, the parent has the last word by first affirming the next meeting and then praising her child yet again.
Fine, I look forward to hearing from you. But Jason is a gentle child. He wouldn't hurt a fly.
The expression "wouldn't hurt a fly" means that her child wouldn't use violence or hurt anyone. But I'd like to be a fly on the wall in their next meeting. I just want to mention a few of the expressions connected to food, well, specifically cake.
Once we get going, it will be a piece of cake.
The first expression means it will be easy.
Sure, I understand. Man plans and God laughs. That's the way the cookie crumbles.
The second means that's life.
Maybe we've bitten off more than we can chew. I feel overwhelmed and stressed out.
And the last one means we've taken on more than we can cope with, which is not the case here. Keep practicing till next week.